What is going on, guys? It is DragonLordAzure. We are back with our Final Fantasy X walkthrough Let's Play. Last time we left off, we did with the Riku in the owl bed, and now we're on an island where we don't know where Sin dropped us off. Let's get started. We got dropped off by Sin at this random island. We have no idea where we are. All we know is we have a blitzball team that are out here practicing. So let's talk to this guy and see if we can make some sense of where we're at.
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Zanarkand was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Zanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Zanarkand Daves, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I'd just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better. Maybe.
I don't think that's how it's gonna work there, Tidus boy. Alright, so now all the things that we're gonna be able to do are in this next area.
Hey,
which we can't go this way, so he's gonna make us go this way. This is the only time you come this way, so make sure you guys grab the chest that I'm going to show you, otherwise you will miss them. They're not like big misses, but in early game, any item that you get for free, you really want to take. Yeet!
What's the big idea?
Hilarity? I don't know, just throwing that one out there. All right, so basically just hold down the circle button in order to continuously dive. That way, as soon as the camera can go underwater, you can immediately do so. All right, so ambush is basically just the exact opposite. Preemptive strike is just they get the upper hand and you kind of have to deal with it. All right, so again, just battle through it. Very simple. So, thankfully, with Waka, you get your first ranged combatant, which is great. Yes, he legitimately throws a blitzball in order to fight. It's the most hilarious thing ever that he uses a sports ball as a weapon. Not much you can really do about it, but just accept it. Alright, make sure nothing's over there. We're going to come back on through here. There's our first chest, which is just chilling in the middle of the water. All right, so if you really want to take a really good advantage of preemptive strikes, make sure you guys always look at what enemy is about to move. So since B is about to move, we'll take out B. Then we'll take out A. And then we'll take out C. That way they literally get no move whatsoever. We get all the advantage in the world. When it comes to this game, yeah, it's not like with 7 where you know, 7, 8, and 9, where it's like an active battle system, and like the originals where, you know, you kind of have to think on your feet. With this one, it gives you time to plan out everything, and, you know, people that consistently die to bosses, you know, they're asking, you know, why is this boss so hard? It's like, because you're not taking advantage of the battle system to make it work in your favor. The best thing that you can do is to pay attention to the list of enemies as they go down to kind of get rid of them in the order of your choosing. Because the easiest thing to do is to get rid of the enemies that are about to move, thus you get more attacks, thus you get through fights faster. It's as easy as that, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, so come back through here. If you come down in here, there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing. So expect a lot of battles. Water always seems to give you a lot of issues when it comes to combat, but it's fine. It's fine. Alright, so get rid of them. Quick, easy, and simple. So again, you don't want to use any of your moves on the sphere grid until you hit 10. Yes, is it going to be a little bit more difficult? Sure. But you know what? It'll end up working out in the end. Because you don't want to run out of spheres either. That is also an issue.
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
Hmm? A major Blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on.
Sure thing.
That was the most unenthusiastic sure thing I've ever heard.
Our team is gonna rock, eh?
Like, yeah, sure thing.
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
No, you weren't. Home
This
sweet
is where I was
home.
born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years. And we never won a game. Well, after last year's
Oh,
tournament,
it's because you have
I
kind of
quit.
pointless
Time seemed right.
players on your team. Which I will actually get into Blitzball 2 and how to build an actual good Blitzball team as
So,
we go along as
After
well.
quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament. Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
That's a defeatist attitude.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory! When you play in a Blitzball tournament, you play to win.
That deals with anything. If you're gonna play a game, you play the
serious?
game to win. You don't play to do your best, you play to win. You know? Like, you know, growing up, like, you know, little league coaches and, you know, my soccer coaches, all that, you know, it was like, oh yeah, just go out there and do your best. It's like, no, if I'm gonna go out and play a game, I'm gonna play the game to win. Plain simple.
One from the sea.
I don't like losing.
Be on guard.
No
There
one
are
should like
thieves on the
losing.
road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, 'twould be a shame if something happened now.
Gee, thanks.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
Alright, so we just head on into the village. There's like a lot of fiends on the road today. We didn't get one fiend encounter.
Be saved, village.
They got any food there?
Love this music.
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders' Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Kata are usually there. All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
I don't know any.
Of course I'd never prayed before in my life. Not that he would know that.
You must have forgot or something. Here, I'll show you.
That sure does look familiar.
Go ahead, you try.
It's like the weirdest thing ever.
Not bad. Okay, now go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Which only he would know that because he's from Xanarkand 1,000 years in the past. So back then, that was just meant for victory, not as a means of prayer. Alright, so basically what you want to do now is there's a chest right here at the village gate that you open up, presenting yourself a Phoenix Down. That's pretty simple. So, if you want to, you can go into every single hut. I believe she is a shopkeep, which kind of helps. So if you have like any extra gil or anything that you want to spend, just go in there, talk to her. She'll give you some mun. Again, nothing in there. You just deal with it. All right, so now past the first hut on the left, right before you get into Luzu and Gata's thing, there are 3 chests back here that you can open up. It's almost like you're stealing this guy's, secret stash back here. So high potion, 400 gil, and 2 regular potions. Not a bad haul. Alright, so now we'll go in, talk to Luzu and Gata, figure out what they are about. Excuse me, madam. Don't you push me. Excuse you.
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right? Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir! The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
I mean,
Well,
Tidus
we've
actually has a
stood away from
point.
towns many times.
Like, you
That's
fought this
all we
thing
can
for
do.
800 years and you
Nobody's
haven't
ever
been able to
defeated.
kill it?
Our mission
seriously?
as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. I strongly, highly doubt that, sir. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it just won't happen. Oh, so before you actually leave Luzu and Gata's temple, if you notice right there, right at the bottom of where Gata's kind of like, or yeah, where, not really, got to Luzu's waist and like the start of his butt, there's a Albed primer, which is our letter B. Make sure you grab that. Make sure you grab it. All right, so now after that, if you actually come around to this side, I believe there's a chest over here. No, there isn't. Okay, we're good. We're good. Something does spawn there later on, which we will cover. All right, so now we just go into the temple and we proceed.
It was then, standing in that place, I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Alright, so you just walk forward and it triggers. It's plain simple.
Ten years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a High Summoner?
So essentially, all of the people that you see that are around that are in statue form, except for like the ones that are in like the face covering that's behind the bald guy right now, they're basically High Summoners. High Summoners are basically ones that have defeated Sin.
It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The
Defeated.
summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
Pretty much. Like, just like TLDR, it's like, these people basically save everybody, so respect them. You know? Right, so if you want, you can check both rooms to make sure there's no chests or Albed primers in here, which there's really not, so. Now, the only thing you can do now is once you've presented yourself, they will not allow you up there because that's only for summoners and guardians. So the only thing you can do is leave. One thing you can do. It's basically like, congratulations, you prayed at the temple. Now get out. It's like, oh, okay, I guess. Now, Waka should be in this tent. Yes.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet.
Oh, fine.
Take a nap. You look bushed.
Oh, fine. I didn't want lunch anyway. Alright, time for a siesta.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
Meanwhile, in a dream sequence.
But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
So this is when Jack disappeared originally from Xanarkand.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
I mean, that's a fair point. You know, that's a pretty fair point.
Waka?
Alright, so after the whole dream sequence thing, the only place that Waka could have gone with the priest is back to the temple. So we are gonna go back into the temple, figure out what is going on. And there's Waka.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Taboo.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
Of course, to everybody, this is seen as really bad because
Maybe this wasn't
basically
such a
the
good idea
entities
after
could
all.
punish the island. You know, so to them, this is actually pretty bad. But for Tidus, he just thinks he's trying to save somebody. So these trials are not really trials, they're puzzles. Now there are secrets in each dungeon, in each puzzle. So you guys gotta make sure that you grab each one of the secrets because it will give you something later on if you get every single secret. So all you gotta do is touch that glyph in order to touch this glyph, in order to bring that up. So now this wall rises. They come down, and then you gotta touch this in order to basically be told what each sphere means. So each area has basically a glyph sphere, a destruction sphere, and a sphere based around the temple. So essentially what we're gonna be getting here is the glyph sphere. The glyph sphere is basically like the most important thing. Because in order to unlock the destruction sphere, most times you actually need the glyph sphere in order for it to work. So we're gonna leave the glyph sphere in there for now, because what we need to do is we're gonna touch these symbols. That's going to raise that up, because we need to come in here, and we need to grab the Besaid sphere out of this socket. So then we take the Besaid sphere, we put it in here, which unlocks our doorway into here. But we're not done yet. We are not done. So if you guys remember the glyph sphere that we left, we need to go back and grab it. So now we go back and we grab the glyph from the door. It won't close the door. It'll literally just stay open. So now we come take this sphere. Oh, that's right, it's over here. Put the glyph sphere here. Because that raises that up. And it gives you the destruction sphere. That's what I was missing. So now you come over here, you take the destruction sphere into this room, you put it into this recess. And that is going to make a single solitary line to the symbols that we were trying to touch. And the destruction sphere will destroy that wall, revealing a specialized chest. Now, we come over and we grab this treasure. Opens up. And we get a Rod of Wisdom. Yeah, so basically just telling you can obtain hidden items from doing destruction spheres. Like I said, you need to hit every single destruction sphere in every single temple in order to get something super rare at the end of the game.
Hey!
You saw nothing?
To you.
Nothing?
Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
Very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
So now putting that thing in there gives us basically a little platform to descend.
Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a short fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
It's called Tidus. You done messed up.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
I mean, it's Lulu though.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
No one important. No one important at all. Don't worry about me.
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
Love the eyes. I'm a sucker for good eyes, man. The eyes get me.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
Nope. Summoners can be women. Tidus, you gotta get in the 21st century, man. Women can be anything. They can be doctors, they can be lawyers, they can be anything they want to be. No.
Hey, over here.
It's not the olden days.
What? Ow!
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
Here he comes to wreck the day. Well, technically it's a she. Valefor is technically a she, and you guys will understand why later on in this series. Valefor is gorgeous.
I had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
So yes, we have our first Aeon by the name of Valefor.
I remember, that night, we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
He's having
Let me
a
introduce
giant
you to the
bonfire.
team. This
I
guy
love
here wants
bonfires.
into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team.
That's not how it went down.
His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys.
Nah.
So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh? Victory! 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 Yeah!
Not with those members on the team, there ain't gonna be no victory.
You heathen!
My favorite line.
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with.
It's like the old man groan.
Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kind of overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
It's like the most awkward conversation ever.
Play with me some more.
Like it's like literally the most awkward conversation ever.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
She's cute, yeah?
Yeah, she's not my type.
Then we're cool.
Hey, but what if she?
So
like,
that
goes
gives
on
you
to
two
me?
different responses. If you go Myra, it's like,
That's not
then we're
going to
cool.
happen.
It's like, she totally is. He goes, hey, don't go get any ideas. So it depends on what you choose. So not every single time you try to approach Yuna now, you're just going to get,
Stay away from the summoner!
and it's just going to do that. So now the only thing you can do is basically talk to Waka and
Ready for bed?
go to sleep.
Good. Sleep tight.
It's the only thing you can do now. See, my favorite character is, well, my favorite female character in this game is about to be shown. Alright, so she's got to run down the dock, talk to Dream Yuna.
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey,
Uh-oh.
you said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
You could do it. Tell someone you hate them.
I hate you!
That's not the best thing ever.
Okay? Dead. He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
So many belts.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
God, I love Lulu.
Yeah, but
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
I love Lulu. She's great.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
my little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh.
That's
so
why he couldn't focus.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother.
I mean, hearing about anybody's
After
death
the
that's
next
close to
tournament, I'll be
you,
a guardian full time.
you know, hearing about someone's
I know it
death
kinda
during like
looks
a
like
big
I'm
tournament or
losing
something
you.
like that, obviously would affect
I'm not.
your focus, and it
Don't
would
worry.
kind of make you depressed and anxious.
I owe you
So
a
you wouldn't
lot.
really be even able to focus on it at
You
all.
really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Alrighty guys, that is where we're going to end this episode of the walkthrough. So next episode we will get off of Besaid and we'll head towards our next adventure. Until then, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.